Hey fam, Master Coach G here, thriving after 50, mind, body, soul. And in this episode, I am talking about the importance of gut health. Now, last week I talked about the immune system, and I shared with you how 70% of our immune system is found in our gut, okay? If we want to maintain good health, it starts in our gut. So I promised you I was going to follow up with some information on gut health, and here it is, because we need to understand that gut health is crucial for our overall well-being, okay? It is the one thing that affects our digestive system, our immune system, our mental health, and even chronic disease prevention. And that's what we want to do. We want to prevent from being at risk for chronic diseases. So maintaining a good gut is going to be a major part of that. So I'm going to dive deeper into why our gut health is so important, how it boosts our immune system, how it's important for our mental health and our mood, how it reduces the risk of inflammation and chronic disease. You got to stay tuned for this episode. This is Master Coach G, and I will see you on the inside. Hey fam, Master Coach G here, thriving after 50, mind, body, soul. And in this episode, I am going to talk about gut health. Yes, gut health. We need to understand how important our gut health is. I know it's not something that people normally talk about. Unless you have a problem with it, then you probably a subject of conversation between you and your primary care or your specialist or whoever it is that you see, if in fact you do have a problem with gut health. Here's the thing that we need to understand, that gut health is crucial for our overall well-being. And I'm sure that if you ask anyone who has an issue with their gut health, they will tell you that you should do everything you can to maintain it because of all the things that they go through just from having a disorder with their gut, okay? Because our gut health affects our digestive system, how we digest our food. Our immune system is 70% made up from our gut. Excuse me. It affects our mental health, and it's also a way to prevent chronic diseases. Yes, because almost all chronic diseases start, if not all of them, but mostly all of them start in our gut. Absolutely. See, our gut supports our digestion and the nutrients, the way we absorb our nutrients, like minerals, vitamins, the things that we're supposed to get from our food. See, a healthy gut ensures that our body is properly, key word here is properly, digesting the food and absorbing the essential nutrients, like the vitamins, the minerals, amino acids. And an imbalanced gut can lead to bloating, constipation, diarrhea, and other digestive issues. The whole acid reflux thing, which is no fun. And I can speak from experience on that. Having a good, healthy gut boosts our immune system. It keeps us healthier. It allows our bodies to fight off viruses and variants and flus and colds and things of that nature. So 70% of our immune system resides in our gut. So, we can't be like 50-50 when it comes to our gut health, because now you're talking about 50% of 70. That's not cool. Okay. So we want to have a balanced gut because it helps protect us from infections and inflammation, which is another big deal. And our autoimmune system conditions are regulated by our immune response. I have a dear friend of mine, and she has a disorder, and it attacks her immune system. She can just be up one day and down the next day, and it's just so unreal. I just want to cry, because it just seems like, it's just not fair that, she might even be in that state for, 2 or 3 weeks at a time, And so, that's the reason why we want to take care of our gut health. It also having good gut health also helps improve our mental health and our mood. Like if you're weighed down, or if you're constipated, or if you have diarrhea, whatever the case may be, it's definitely going to affect your mood, number one. And I think that we need to understand that our gut and our brain has a connection. It's almost like that mind-body connection. It's the same type of thing. So our gut and our brain are closely connected. It's like a gut-brain axiom, if you will. And the gut produces like neutrons that go straight to your brain, if you will, and it releases like dopamine, which influences our mood. It affects our stress levels and our mental health. So gut health has been linked to anxiety. It's been linked to depression. It's been linked to cognitive decline, all because of our gut health. So if we improve that, and I guess that if you see people that are like you see those little kids in those commercials, and they have the real big stomachs. That is a disorder from gut health. Yeah. So having good gut health can reduce inflammation in chronic diseases. Okay, an unhealthy gut leads to chronic inflammation, which is linked to the conditions such as obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and even cancer. So that's why it's important to have a balance, because it helps us to regulate the inflammation and protects against those diseases like the heart disease, the obesity, the diabetes. That's the reason why we have to make sure that we have a good, healthy, balanced gut. It's very important. Okay. Here's another thing that it does as well, is that when you have good gut health, your energy level is high. And if you don't believe me, then here's what you can do. You can do a detox for, I would say, for like 7 days. What I recommend, I don't have people taking no type of medication, nothing over the counter. If you eat greens, when I say greens, I call it a G-bomb. If you eat like kale, collard greens, mustard greens, turnip greens, and spinach, mix it all together in one pot. Just mix it together. Just stir it and, cook it like you always cook greens. But all those greens together. And if you eat those for 7 straight days, then you're basically detoxing your liver, your lungs, your pancreas, your kidneys, and definitely your gut. Okay. And that's the goal, is to definitely detox your gut. If you eat those greens for 7 days straight, for me, I eat them for lunch and then dinner. Because I usually fast in the mornings. But when I want to do a deep detox, that's what I do. I mix all those greens together, those different 5 greens together in one pot, and I cook them all, and I eat them for lunch and dinner for 7 straight days. Nothing else but just the greens. And then once you do that and you see how your body feels, I can guarantee you that you will feel more energy. You will definitely feel more energy. You just function better. Gut health improves and help you to maintain stable blood sugar levels, and it's definitely very efficient when it comes to producing energy. And in this day and time, you really want to have as much energy as you possibly can, because there's so much going on in the world today. So you want to, keep that energy level up and keep it positive and keep it high, But having a good gut helps you to do that. So if you want to find out how light you feel, how much more energy you have, then I would recommend that you do that 7-day detox. And once you're done with the detox, watch how good you feel and how much energy you have. Now, there's a couple other things that go along with that, and I think we're going to get to that as well. But here's another thing that it does. It helps promote healthy skin, okay? Because you will find people that usually have unhealthy guts. They have skin conditions like acne, eczema, psoriasis. See, all that can be influenced by gut health. I know because I see the commercials on TV and they talk about, taking the pill from the inside out. Then you got the steroids and all that stuff. But an unhealthy gut, an imbalanced gut can trigger those skin flare-ups. It absolutely can. So, I think that having a healthy gut is more than just, preventing chronic diseases. It also promotes things as well. It also helps you to maintain a healthy weight. Okay. Your gut bacteria plays a role in your metabolism, and it also regulates your appetite. So a healthy gut can help you to maintain a balanced weight, while usually an unhealthy gut may contribute to weight gain and metabolism issues. So now that we know that, let's talk about how we can improve gut health, okay? Now, this is where we're going to cover some of the things that I said we were going to talk about, like the food that we eat, the water, the sleep, things of that nature, and we're going to cover all that. So, how to improve your gut health. Eat food rich in fiber, okay? Like fruits, definitely vegetables, whole grains, things of that nature. Consume foods like yogurt. Most people don't like sauerkraut, but it's good for you. So I just do cabbage because I can do sauerkraut, but not that often. So I just usually do cabbage. Okay. Take a probiotic and a prebiotic to support beneficial bacteria. See, we have good bacteria and bad bacteria. So we want to take the probiotic and the prebiotic to support the bacteria that we do have in our bodies. Stay hydrated. See, there's the water. Stay hydrated. And manage your stress levels. That's another thing. Because again, when you get anxious and all that's a mental thing, but then you have that mind-body connection. So yes, make sure you're managing your stress. Now here's a big one. This is a really, 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 really big one. Avoid processed food. I know people say, I got to have something quick on the go. Okay, I get that. But you can't eat that all the time. That's processed food, and it's doing more harm to your body than good. Excess sugar. I like coffee and I like tea, and I like both of them sweet. And so I had this bad habit before I switched over to the brown sugar. And when I say brown sugar, it's still granulated, but it's just brown sugar. It's like it's called sugar in the raw. That's what I use because I don't do the artificial sweetener. So sugar in the raw is probably as close as I'm going to get to a sugar cane. So, but that excess white sugar, it's not good for you. It could cause you to have jitters. You go through withdrawals. You have cravings. There's so many things that come along with that. So you want to avoid the excess sugar. And antibiotics, when they're unnecessary. I know that, sometimes you may get sick, strep or whatever. They do want you to take an antibiotic. But it does mess with your gut. And that's the reason why, I don't take medication. I don't take over-the-counter, and I don't take prescription medication. But in the event that I do have to take any type of over-the-counter medication, I always make sure that I drink plenty of water to kind of flush out, a lot of the stuff. So that way it doesn't stay in my system. Taking care of your gut is essential for your overall health. It really is. It definitely gives us more energy. And then now you're looking at longevity as well. Okay. We talked about the digestive problems, the fatigue, the skin conditions, the mental health challenges that come along with having an unhealthy gut. So I'm just going to give you, we talked about what you can do to improve it, but here are some of the signs that you need to pay attention to if your body's going through any of these things right here, especially like your digestive issues, bloating, gas, diarrhea, constipation, or acid reflux. Those things that is letting you know that there's something going on inside your gut. If you have food sensitivities, like difficulties digesting certain foods. Like I have a very low tolerance to milk. I can't drink milk. So I might do soy or something like that, rice, almond, you know. If you're tired all the time, like all the time, then you have a weak immune system. If you have skin problems, eczema, psoriasis, acne, there's a problem going on with your gut. Brain fog, mood swings, anxiety, depression, trouble concentrating. It's all connected to your gut. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's very true. Especially if you're having like unexplained fatigue, like if you just say, oh, I'm just so tired. If you're like tired all the time, there's something that's going on. I call that unexplained fatigue. But it's leading to, the low energy thing. And that's because your body isn't getting the nutrients. It's not, your gut isn't absorbing what it needs in order for you to have the energy that you need to have, but you can improve that by eating more fiber, the vegetables, the fruits, the whole grains, the probiotics, the prebiotics, do your yogurt, reduce the sugar, the processed food, get rid of the white sugar, try sugar in the raw. I think you'll love that. Staying hydrated, that's really important for our gut. It helps our digestive system, and it helps the nutrients to absorb into our bloodstream and give us the nutrients that we need. Manage the stress. Seriously, I know there's a lot going on. There's a lot of uncertainties going on in this time, but chronic stress and negativity impacts the gut bacteria. It's almost like it's agitating it, it's like bullying it. So, try to, keep the stress levels down by, doing some meditation or some deep breathing or just going out on a nature walk. Do something to get yourself out of that stressful place. Get quality sleep. See, that's another one. The food, the water, the sleep, because poor sleep disrupts your gut. Yep. It does. I would always tell my clients that, that good sleep, it does our body so much good, and not just because, that it's good for our mental and our emotional health, but, it's just good for our bodies in general. And we need a minimum of 7 to 9 hours every day, 7 days a week. Now, I know that most people don't get that many hours. I really try hard to get 7, but I don't always do, and I'm really working on doing better. I just got to rearrange my schedule, because I was used to being in bed at 8, waking up at 3, so I got my time in. But now that I'm going to bed an hour later, or later than that sometimes, it's I'm trying to adjust, plus I want to be at the gym at 5 a.m. I want to be up at 3, do my prayer, my meditation, then do my Pilates and yoga, and then get myself ready for the gym. By the time I do that, now it's going to push it back an hour. So instead of getting to the gym at 5, that means I will get there at 6. And, but that's another thing that's on the list is regular exercise. We got to get our sleep 7 to 9 hours, but we also got to get regular exercise in, because it does support our digestive system. And I'm going to tell you that I know that from experience. I remember there was a time when I used to be constipated. I didn't know anything about gut health at the time. Okay, so we're talking about, 40 years ago. So I wasn't, I wasn't living a healthy lifestyle, not an unhealthy lifestyle, but I just wasn't, mindful of, this kind of thing. And I remember I was going through this period of, being really constipated, where I wouldn't go to the bathroom for days, and not knowing that there was something wrong with my gut. And so I started exercising. And what I found is that my body got healthier, my gut got healthier, and I noticed that from exercising, it helped me to be able to go to the bathroom on a regular basis. So, yes, regular exercise does improve your gut health. And I know it sounds crazy, but trust me when I tell you it does. Okay. So we have to consider that our digestive system has enzymes, and we have to have the enzymes that we need. Our bodies actually depend on those enzymes so that we can get it to help us to digest our food, so we can get what we need. We can get the natural supplements like ginger, peppermint, things of that nature that will help us with enzymes. But I also have a product that is really good. It's so effective when it comes to enzymes in your body. And you can take it before you eat, and you will definitely see an improvement over your, just over the. You can feel the nutrients. You could actually feel the minerals and everything being released in your body, because your body needs that from your food. So what nutrients and minerals and vitamins that your food has, you can definitely be able to feel the difference. So I would definitely recommend that if you're having a problem with enzymes, that you definitely get in contact with me on that. So I hope that, that this information has been helpful to you in reference to gut health, because we really do need to understand that we do have to take care of our gut. And I know it's not something that we talk about often, or that we even, really like put in the spotlight. But I think it's worth it, because, a lot of people are suffering from bad gut health and don't even know that that's the source of their problem for other things like the diabetes, like the high blood pressure, that's the reason why. And so they're treating the symptoms, but they're not fixing the problem. So I would strongly suggest that you look at fixing the problem and not just covering up with the Band-Aid, because you're only treating the symptoms. You're not treating the real problem. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to start with the gut health. And if you start there, I can guarantee you that your obesity, your diabetes, your high blood pressure, all that stuff will be eliminated from your life just because of gut health. Again, if you're on high blood pressure medication, you are treating the symptoms. Please understand that. Hey, that's what I have for you today. I hope this episode has added value to your life. And if it has, please pass it on to someone else that it may be a benefit to as well. And please subscribe to my channel. That really helps me to see, who's listening and who's not, and what I need to do to improve. So please subscribe and let me know that you're listening to me. And hey, drop a line in there or something. Say, hey, what's up, coach? Or say something, let me know that you're there. I appreciate you. And when you subscribe, you will get a notification that I have just dropped a new episode. But before I get out of here, as usual, I want to say thank you to all my listeners around the world, here in the United States, Canada, Australia, Russia Federation, China, Mexico, Belgium, Ireland, South Africa, Brazil, Nigeria, United Kingdom, Germany, France, Bangladesh, Ukraine, Kuwait, India, Hong Kong, Dominican Republic, and hopefully I'll see you, Dominican Republic, in September for my birthday. The Philippines, Barbados, Saudi Arabia, Spain, and Japan. I appreciate all of you listening. Thank you for joining me here on Thriving After 50, Mind, Body, Soul. This is Master Coach G, and I will see you on the next level.